What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Mark here with The Better Mark. Let's get into the Tuesday, June 4th MLB slate, where we break down 15 games coming at you guys hot. I'm going to give you guys 5 best bets, okay, as well as the parlay of the day that you guys all know and love, all right? And this is a card where it's very interesting. There's a lot of things that jump out off the page at me. A lot of great pitchers going in these contests. However, the odds reflect that. So it's kind of a tough card in terms of not wanting to lay too much chalk, not wanting to lay those big favorites on the road, so on and so forth. So we're going to get into it. We're going to dive into a couple totals, a couple sides, and a couple run lines. So let's get into the picks. I do want to tell you guys a little quick recap of yesterday. Took the day off, but before we do it, make sure you guys all subscribe right here on the channel. Just click that subscribe button down below. Picks are totally free, and it's a great way to give back to the channel. Smash that like button, and as always, in the description, we will have some links to our channel sponsors, as well as the ever so coveted Discord. Okay, so hop on over there. Totally free to join. Back and forth talk basically all day, all sports. Great place to be during games and live contests. Okay. Thank you to all my channel members as well. All right, but enough with the intro. I do want to tell you guys a little bit about probably my worst beat I've taken as a sports bettor, regardless of the sport. Happened last night on a day that I said, hey, I'm not going to bet it. I'm not going to bet. I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to kind of recharge, spend some time with the fam. So occasionally, you get misled. You go down the wrong road. So I used some free play and, snuck into the sports book and put a couple $100 down on a ticket. Just kind of a little fun coupon, right? Just pick 5 games off the cuff, just, going off what I knew from the weekend. Monday slates are a little weird. And so I kind of coupled that with what I had going on the weekend and picked 5 teams straight up and used a couple boosts, had, 3 or 4 tickets out there, a couple of $100 each, and it was like a 20 to 30 to 1 ticket, and I'm like just watching, kind of having a glass of bourbon, and I'm like, let me check my tickets, and all I needed was the San Francisco Giants plus 1.5, and the only thing that could have lost my bet was a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th or the extra innings for the Diamondbacks. And that's exactly what happened with a 2-out at bat. So I did sprinkle a little bit. I hedged, but wishing I would have done more, but hindsight's 2020. I just wanted to share with you guys one of the worst beats I've ever had. So basically it would have been close to a 10K decision for what I was betting. All I needed was the Giants to come home at plus 1.5, and if you guys saw that game in the 9th, that is probably the worst beat of my life. When you couple that with the stake size or what was going to pay out. So enough with the sob stories. Let's get into the picks. And like I said, guys, make sure you all subscribe. And let's get into the picks brought to you by oddsjam. If you're looking for one of the best betting tools out there available to us as bettors, check out oddsjam. Link down below for 30% off. I know it's kind of a sales pitch. It sounds like a sales pitch, but I use it on every one of my bets. It saves me about 5 minutes every time I place a bet, first and foremost. Second, arbitrage opportunities. Easy, free money. It truly works. Check that out on your own time. I think they'll preview it for you for free, as well as what they can bring to the table in daily fantasy and prize picks and all the good stuff. It is a very, very kind of invaluable tool within the sports betting industry. A lot of people don't use it. A lot of people are old school. But with today's technology and what you can have offered to you, make sure you guys are all using oddsjam. Links down below for 30% off your monthly or annual subscription. All right. Now let's get into the first game. This is one that I almost thought about going to, Kansas City and the Cleveland Guardians game. We are going to pass on the side. I would lean towards taking the Guardians at home, but I can't get there. It's a dead coin flip, and personally, I'm an Indians fan, but if you put a gun to my head and ask me, Mark, which side are you betting? I'm taking the Royals. All right. Big fan of Seth Lugo. Got a little futures play with him for AL Cy Young, and he needs games like these to bolster what he's doing from a resume perspective. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. We will be taking the under 8.5. I actually took an under 8.5 at plus 107, but also a little bit of sprinkle on the under 9 at minus 125. The only thing that really throws me off this handicap is it's sometimes when you look, we got the two aces going on paper, I should say, and two aces going, and divisional game, a little tighter to the vest. Do we get out of there after the fifth inning under 5 runs? Good chance, okay? Could I see it right at 5 runs through 5? Very quite likely, right? That's the Indians. That's how they play. But then we get into the second half where arguably the Cleveland Guardians have the best bullpen in Major League Baseball. I don't think Clase has allowed a run this whole season. I probably jinxed him. Just kidding. I think it's over the last month or so. But anyways, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm looking for the bullpen to get the job done. I could see either team winning. I've played out the scenarios in my head and looked at the numbers, and I see it both ways. So a lot of times when it happens, instead of flipping a coin, let's just take the under, because that's kind of what the handicap dictates from a score perspective. However, I do see the possibility for a 5-4 game. So if you do want to get on that under 9, take it minus 125 for your best number. All right. Tampa Bay and Miami. All right. This is a pure value play. Tampa Bay minus 112. I really like what they do from the standpoint of having Ryan Pepio going against Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo hasn't been bad. I know it's kind of misleading, but this is the number it should be at. I just think that the Rays are going to be able to hit the ball a little bit easier than the Marlins. We will take the Tampa Bay in the Marlins game, minus 112 on the money line. All right. Milwaukee and Philadelphia is the next game up, right? Blowout last night. Philadelphia's record against the spread, run line, whatever you want to call it, at home has been impeccable this season. You can't deny those numbers. If you do want to get a little greedy and back Christopher Sanchez going against an unknown disclosed starter for the Brew Crew, you can take a -1, as you can see right here, at a minus 123 price. Kind of an insurance way of betting, right? It's kind of like an Asian handicap. You win by 2. You cash your ticket. You win by 1. You basically push. And if you obviously do not win the game, you lose your bet. So that's kind of where I'm at. Philly at home or nothing. Sanchez has been very, very above average. I think any one of these Phillies pitchers in their rotation could make a good case, except for Twan Walker, to be an ace on a lot of teams. So that's kind of where I'm at with that handicap. Next game up is a game that we are looking at from the Dodgers and Pirates. Okay, and we have Tyler Glasnow going against Jared Jones. Look at some of the numbers within Glasgow. You see a 6.3 ERA. And quite frankly, he's under-delivered. We've seen this Dodgers team. We keep playing the narrative. When are they going to break out? When are they going to break out? Time will tell. But his last outing, he did 2 hits, 7 innings strong, gave a few walks, but the K's are back a little bit. And I think they got a no decision in that one. But before that, it's been a little bit rocky. Okay, so we'll go further into the game logs, and you can see, check it out. It's just something where I'm not willing to get behind this at all because of the fact that, A, the price is out of hand. It's a little fishy too. But Jared Jones has been all but serviceable, okay? At home, Pirates are sneaky. If I was going to bet this game and you want some action in the Pirates-Dodgers game, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I'd be taking the Pirates on the run line plus 1.5 at an even money price. Okay, that's kind of where I'm at in the handicap. But other than that, I will stay away from this game just because I don't think the Dodgers bats are quite ready yet. One thing I would lean towards in this game would be a nrfi. I think it's a great nrfi candidate. Sometimes the Dodgers come out a little slow, and I think Glasnow can get it going in the first inning. So this would be a nrfi that I have eyed on my card. Okay, next game, Tampa Bay and Miami we covered. Phillies we covered, and let me get back to the screen. New York Mets, Washington Nationals. This is simply just a stay-away game. Trevor Williams, a lot of runs. I think the game was like 9-7, 9-8 last night. So that's something where hard to handicap after that kind of a performance. But I will say, for me, it would be Nationals or bust. And you're looking at a plus 104 price, and even money if you want to take the run at plus 1.5. So that's kind of a very juicy juicy spot for the Nationals at home. So I love that. Almost made my card, quite frankly, taking Nationals plus 1.5 on the run line. Twins, Yankees. All right, this is one where we look into some of the deeper stats within Luis Gil, and it's been quite remarkable, actually. And I know he's a rookie, so those futures markets are open. I shouldn't say rookie, but younger player. He's a younger player, so how much consideration he gets from the Cy Young candidacy, that will be yet to be determined, okay? But 7-1 on the season, 1.99 ERA, and he's given up essentially 0 hits. And I'm looking at the game logs right now. It's absolutely insane what he's been doing on the mound. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 2 hit. So in his last 4 starts, he's given up 8 hits collectively. Okay, that's absolutely insane. I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit. This is inverted. Excuse me. I misspoke. It's actually a little bit better. Actually, it's the same thing. But no, in his last 6 starts, okay, his last 6 starts in May, he's given up 11, 12, 13, 14 hits in the month of May out of 6 starts. That's absolutely insane. That's over almost 40 innings, and his ERA, whip of 0.67 and a opponent batting average of plus 109. So very, very interesting. Sub 1 ERA in the month of May. So will that trend buck? Possibly, but we will be taking the Yankees at home, plus 130 on the run line. There's some value in that, and they will be on the parlay of the day as a little bit of insurance play. So we'll get deeper down into that. But so love Gil tonight. Just have to take it. I know it's a little chalky, but we're going to take that. Baltimore and Toronto. All right, now this is one where I'd love to back the Orioles, but I'm going to stay away. Corbin Burns is pitching. Toronto, do they get to him? Maybe. But over $1.50, I'm not looking to play the Orioles whatsoever. So this will be a stay away game for me. The over 8 jumps off the page a little bit to me as well. Even in a game where Baltimore is able to get, like they did last night, another 6+ runs, I do see Toronto being able to scratch across 2 or 3 and cash that ticket. So I would lean towards the over in Baltimore. Next game is the Braves and Red Sox. Okay, so this is one we're looking to some of another great pitching matchup. Max Fried going against Cutter Crawford in Boston. This is a dead under, in my opinion, if you made me bet it. However, I'm going to stay away from it. So it would be under for me. Boston's been really troubling to score runs in the Braves. We all know about them as well since losing Acuna. And some of their game logs, you can see kind of their offensive output has been a little bit herky-jerky, right? 3 runs, losing to Oakland by a score of 11-9, putting up 4 against Oakland, scoring 1 against Washington, 2 against Washington. So this is something where I look for this game, kind of a dead under. Not going to take a side, but it's kind of fishy why this is at 8.5. I'd have this number probably at a steady, solid 8. This would be a firm 8. And even you can see in some places you can get it over 7.5 juiced up. So this is one where I'd really find it hard to believe if this was out any more than 5 runs in this contest. So that's where I'm at with the net game. And then the next one up, we are going to get into Detroit and Texas. We'll jump over the White Sox real quick. Great game yesterday. Skewball pitching against Nathan Eovaldi. A little different today. Jack Flaherty going against Dane Dunning. I see runs in this one, over 7.5, which jumps off on the page. Look at the nrfi. Look at a YRFI. Yes for runs in the first inning. And also, I do favor Texas in this matchup at a plus 100 price. Little zigzag, right? Two teams that battled yesterday. Take the home team off a loss, so I would go Texas in that spot. All right, let's trickle back up to that Chicago battle where we have the White Sox and the Cubs going at it at Wrigley. 8:05 first pitch. I'll probably be watching this game in Manga. And if it is like Imananga, that's cool. But I'm just going to say Amanga for this video's purposes because it's a little quicker and it gets the job done. So we're going to take Shota. It's something where I think off a bad loss, yes, maybe the scouting reports are out. Yes, maybe they've collectively figured out how to stop the Japanese kind of stud. But this is something where we're going to be back in the Cubs in the parlay of the day, but we also are going to take the Cubs on the run line at a -1.5 price at +100. It's too good a value for me to pass up with Chris Flexen on the mound going against Imananga. If he has any sort of a outing and the Cubs have any sort of offensive output, this game's going to be 4-0 very quickly. So whether or not the Cubs bullpen holds on, that factors in the equation as well, and that's what you'll see later on when I give you guys the parlay of the day. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think this is a great spot for the Cubs to get right against the hometown rivals. All right, Cards, Houston. Great game yesterday. The Astros striking back, albeit a little bit of an injury for Tucker. And we get into something that's going on with this game. I think this is a little bit of a resurgence, right? And what better time than not for the Cardinals to score runs? Spencer Arrighetti going. We have Andre Palante. The Astros absolutely just devour pitchers like this in history basis, but we'll see what they get done today. I look for this to be an over game. Also, I do look for possibly taking the first 5 over. I think that's a little bit better value in this matchup, but no play for me in this contest. And I am going to stay away from the side, although if you made me bet it, I would take the Astros at a -135 price. Reds and Rockies, okay? It's very hard for me not to go back to the well and bet the Reds today, but I'm going to stay away from it. Colorado's been a little streaky. Look for them to complete a little zigzag and take a game against the Reds. The Reds absolutely smashed the ball yesterday, 10-plus runs in that contest, and that was one of the smooth sailing legs I had in that parlay that I suffered a loss on yesterday. So 4 of the games made it easy, and even the 5th game made it easy, but for some odd reason, they just wanted to hit a home run with their last at bat in the bottom of the 9th, but it is what it is. And then we will get into the final couple games on the card. We got 3 more coming at you. San Diego and the Los Angeles Angels. This is where we're going to be taking an over 8.5. Get it quick before it hits 9. Pablo Sandoval, he's good for giving up 5+ runs. I know the Padres bats have been reeling. Also, Padres have one of their top prospects debuting in the big leagues today. And albeit the Los Angeles Angels lineup is lackluster, I think that they could get to him here in this spot. Also, I think they used a little bullpen last night in that tight knotted game up at 1-1 until the 9th. So let's do it. Let's take the over net, and I think that's something where it gives us some value potentially against a lower scoring historical Angels team without Trout, but I do like for them to get to this rookie. Yes, he's probably going to be, first time luck out there and throw a dominant performance, but still going to take it. I've seen way too many times where that can go south and walks can amount and you have a hard time making it through 3 innings. I've seen that more so than not. So we will take the over. That's just kind of where I'm at in that. And let's look for the Angels to get at least 4 runs, and then the Padres can help us get to Patrick Sandoval. So that will be an official play. Oakland and the Athletics taking on the Mariners. Not going to take this one. George Kirby's pitching. For me, it's Mariners or nothing, but I'm not looking to lay -144 on the road, so I'm going to pass on that game. And then the last game on the card is the ever so important, I guess you'd call it the grudge match, right? The Giants and D-backs. I'm going to stay away from this game just because a little bit of emotion. I don't get emotional with betting, but this one stung. It was a definite home run, and just going to stay away from this game from a bias perspective for a while, and not to mention that it's a -110, -110 odds. So within this, it's a dead coin flip. I don't have any indication on Kyle Harrison or Blake Walston, so quite frankly, going to stay away from this one. If anything, lean towards the over, but we got enough totals out there. I don't need to add to the card. So that'll about do it. That's my recap. And also, let's get into the picks. This is my 4 best bets. Okay. We're going to take the over San Diego, 8.5. Tampa Bay, money line, Yankees. And actually, I apologize. I actually have 5. Cut one off. we did talk about Cleveland under 9. Okay. Excuse me. Over 8 in San Diego game, Tampa Bay money line, Yankees on the run line, and the Cubs on the run line. So couple run lines, the money line, and couple totals. Kind of mixed bag. So I gave you guys a lot of analysis, a lot of breakdowns. You could do with what you want with those picks. I'll never tell you what to bet. And also the parlay of the day will be the Cubs first 5. Let's take the bullpen out of the equation, and Imananga can get it done for us on that front. That's still a little juicy. Minus 265 on that, but it's better than the money line and the Yankees within the money line. No win by 2. I booked that at plus 119 a little bit earlier. So just a little 2-team value play at plus 120. We'll see what happens in that bet. But appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch. Good luck with all your picks. Like I said, remember to subscribe on your way out. Smash that like button, and please hop on over to the Discord where we're talking sports betting every single day. And please remember to check out the links down below in the description. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the ability to do this. Can't do it without you guys. And also, like I said, good luck with your picks, and we'll see you guys all in the next video tomorrow. Cheers.